Hey friends, I hope everyone has had a great Sunday so far. I just wanted to drop in and do a short little bonus video to talk about females and their standards and values when it comes to guys. But first, before I get into that, I wanted to thank God for His grace and mercy upon me for the courage and the strength that I have to do these videos because this is literally all of Him and none of me. This is so out of my element, so out of my comfort zone, but hey, it got to be done according to Him because this is what He put in my spirit to do, and I have to be obedient and I have to do it. So shout out to God, Lord, thank you. Um, Secondly, I wanted to give a shout out to my friend Ernest. I met Ernest through my friend Shakira. Ernest and Shakira have been friends for a few years. Ernest and I have never met each other. He lives in another state, but he watches my YouTube videos and he found out about my videos through Shakira because Shakira posted, well, she shared my first video on her Facebook page and Ernest watched it. One night I was at Shakira's house and Ernest called her and I was there and she told him that I was there. And he wanted to talk to me, so she gave me the phone and I talked to Ernest and he pretty much said that he watched my video. He told me how much he liked it. He told me that it was encouraging and that what I was doing was so inspiring, and he gave me some pointers and some feedback on for like the next videos to come, and I really really appreciated that and it meant so much to me. I don't think I ever told him that, but it really did mean a lot to me to hear that coming from you because you're a male, and I wasn't expecting it. So thank you so much. Shout out to you. So anyway, to get to the video, I think it is very important, females, because I'm talking to myself too, by the way. I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too. It is very important to understand, ladies, that we are the prize. The guy is not the prize. We are. The Bible says, a man that findeth a wife, not a wife that findeth a husband. So, ladies, those of you that are out there, and until recently, me too, but thank God, not anymore. If you are out there looking for a man, please stop. Because that's just not how it works. That's not how God designed it to work. It doesn't work that way. The man is supposed to find you. Let him find you. And I literally just, I wasn't physically looking for a man, but I was mentally looking for a man. And I had to check myself. I'm like, stop. Because that's just not how it's supposed to be. If I keep doing that, I'm getting in the way of what God has for me. I can't allow God to send me anybody if I'm looking for him myself, because that's just not how it's supposed to be. I need to realize that I'm the prize. I need to let him find me. Ladies, you are the prize. Let him find you. Relax. Give yourself a break. He's coming. Trust me. Um, I think that it is so important to use. I think I said this on my last video. I can't remember. But I think it's so important to use this time, like while you're single, to figure out who you are. Figure out what your standards are. What are your values? If you have to, write them down. Write them down so that way you would know who you are when he does come. And it's so sad, and it really just, it irks me because it's so sad and it really hurts my heart to see females minimize their standards or minimize their values because of a guy. They don't want to run him off. Well, let me tell you, my role model, y'all know my role model is Steve Harvey. Anybody that knows me knows that I love that man so much. Steve always says there is nothing that you can say to a guy that wants you and run him off. There's nothing you can say to him to run him off if he wants you. Nothing. Meaning that whatever your values are, whatever your standards are, stick to them. If a guy comes along and he's trying to, I don't know, do something that's not of your values or your standards, tell him. Don't overlook it. Don't minimize it because you don't want to run him off. Let him know. And that's also a good way to weed out the guys that aren't for you. Because if that's something he can't handle, then see you. And that way you don't even have to waste your time. Your emotions won't get invested in something that's not even really for you. And I think that something that I found, even from experience, is so easy to say what your standards are and what your values are when you're single and when you're not involved with anybody. The true test is when you are involved with someone. That is the ultimate test, I'm telling you, because I know it, I've lived it, and it's completely different. The true test is when you are involved with someone as to what your standards are and what your values are. And standing on it, I think it's good practice that when a guy is in your life, I think it's good to communicate your standards to him and your values to him so that he can get a sense of who you are. And that way you can see if he's in it for the long haul or if he's just in it for something else. I think it's a good way so you won't even waste your time and won't get invested and get hurt and all that other kind of stuff. And I think it's good to have someone in your life to where you can go to them, tell them what your standards are, tell them what your values are, and ask them, is it too much or is it not enough? But it has to be someone that, it has to be a logical person, someone that's going to be truthful to you and that's going to lead you in the right direction, because you want someone that's on your team. Because everyone isn't team you. So you have to figure out who is team you. Go to that person and go over your values and your standards with them and ask them what they think. Ask them, is it too much? Ask them, is it not enough? As long, and just use that and get a sense of who you are, so that way you can at least be prepared in that area for when a guy does come along. So, with that being said, ladies, please stick to your values. Please stick to your standards. Because if a guy wants you, trust me, he will make the necessary adjustments. Trust me, he will. And if he won't make them, then he's just not the one for you. Don't alter your values or your standards to fit with a guy. That's not how it works. That guy is not the prize. You are the prize. Don't try to impress him. Impress him for what? He should be impressing you. You shouldn't have to impress him. Because I can tell you right now, there is not a real man that is walking on this earth that wants a woman with no standards. No man is going to marry a woman with no standards. So, I think it's good to use the time being single to figure out who you are. Sit down and write down your standards and your values if you have to. Go over them and go to someone that you trust, someone that you look up to. Go to someone that's in a good, thriving marriage that you admire. And ask the wife, how do your values look? How do they sound? Like, are they too much? Or are they not enough? And I think that's a good starting point to figuring out who you are and figuring out what it is that you can bring to a relationship, because I just feel like everything just ties back to your standards and your values, because I feel like that is like the foundation of who you are. And I think that is it. So thank y'all for watching and have a blessed night.